Did a family from Berkshire inadvertently record the face of a ghost? This is from the People newspaper, August 1963. Jim Heath's home movies should have shown his family having a birthday outing at the zoo, but it turned out to be a mystery thriller. For Jim, his wife Beryl and their 3 daughters were enjoying watching themselves having fun at Chessington, when the picture of a frail old lady flashed on the screen. Jim of Lily Hill Road, Bracknell, Berkshire, stopped the film, and the family could clearly see the old lady, her face lined with suffering, propped up in her bed with a lace-edged pillow behind her. Jim, 34, took the film back to the dealer who sold it, but he couldn't help. "There must be a logical explanation," said Jim yesterday. "I took the film at the zoo and the birthday party in our garden when my parents were playing with the kids. If the picture was taken with my camera, it would only have been taken then. The whole thing is rather macabre." Beryl agrees. In fact, she found the whole thing so eerie, she wants to move out of the house. "I see that face in my dreams," she said. "I'm scared. The night I saw the film, I swear, I heard fingers tapping at our bedroom window." According to Jim, friends who've seen the mysterious face are full of explanations. But after seeing the film, they leave quietly. He went on, "In fact, one bloke was too scared to come and see the film at all." Did a ghost drive a family from their home? In Carlisle. This was reported in the Daily Mirror in October 1964. A 46-year-old widow and her son have been driven out of their home by noises in the night made, they believe, by a ghost. And housing bosses have declared an official ghost hunt after listening to an eerie 2 a.m. tape recording made at her house. The widow, Mrs. Annie King, said yesterday, "I didn't believe in ghosts, but I do now. My brother left a tape recorder running in the empty house for 2 hours one night." Housing men at Carlisle listened to the tape. They heard thuds, rattling door handles, chains being dragged over the floor, and the faint voice of a woman talking to herself. The noises began 5 weeks ago at Mrs. King's pre-war terrace house in Borland Avenue, Botcherby, Carlisle. They came from the back bedroom, where her son Alec, 13, slept. Mrs. King said, "I heard them first in the middle of the night. Then Alec woke up terrified. We fled to a neighbour's house. I've not slept in the house for 4 weeks, and I wouldn't go back, not for £1,000. I have to go back there sometimes during the daylight, but we're sleeping with relatives. Alec is just a bundle of nerves." Carlisle Housing Department is giving Mrs. King and her son another home a mile away until the ghost hunt is completed. As soon as she moves her furniture to the new home in Oswald Street, council workmen will move in and strip her old one from top to bottom. Housing manager Mr. Cecil Eddy said yesterday, "We intend to lift floorboards and make a thorough investigation." Did a student capture a photograph of a ghostly monk at Fountains Abbey in North Yorkshire? This was reported in the Yorkshire Post in October 1968. Until she took a photograph at Fountains Abbey last Easter, Miss Sue Jenkinson, a third-year history student at Ripon College of Education, didn't believe in ghosts. Now, she's not so sure. Her ghost, however, might have been laid by a Yorkshire Post reporter who visited the abbey a few days ago. It all started as a joke. Miss Jenkinson and a friend visited the abbey just before Easter and decided to take a photograph in the sanctuary of the high altar in front of the chapel of 9 altars. It was a day of overcast skies with no sun at all, and this point is significant, although light and shade can play many tricks in photography. To lend realism to the picture, a friend of Miss Jenkinson posed as a monk in black cowl and hood, kneeling in the front of the altar. The picture came out well. A few weeks ago, Miss Jenkinson was studying the photograph and was startled to see something else in the print. To make sure, she made an enlargement. There was certainly more than her friend in the picture. A ghost-like shape of a hooded monk showing up clearly as a patch of light on a dark surface of the stonework. Miss Jenkinson states, "I was not a believer in ghosts, but this photo has made me think again, and I believe the outline to be that of a monk." Yorkshire Post photographic experts examined her print and the enlargement, and in their opinion, the apparition is caused by light shining through an adjacent high window. This was checked by a Yorkshire Post reporter who visited the abbey this week with his wife at about 5 p.m. There was intermittent sunshine and plenty of moving cloud in a strong wind, and as they walked down the nave towards the sanctuary, a shape appeared on the wall of the chapel. It was not in the exact spot on the photograph, but only a few feet to the right. Turning round, our reporter saw the cause. This was no phenomenon, but the sun shining through a high window in the south aisle of the corner of the south transept. The shape kept appearing and disappearing. The mystery, of course, remains for Miss Jenkinson.